First, let me just say that I'm very sorry that I'm not there with everyone. It's my intention until very recently was to be there, and I miss seeing you, and I very much looked forward to coming.
제가 그런 데를 유튜브에 말와 아니 디 돈다시오 인스타 카산 예자랑 받들라가랑 체시 제빈데나 아니 데라 용체 아니 간다고 된거다 되고 그런 데 영향 체시 요드는데냐 아유야라마소 그다다 이네 땅아 나랑 저바 제빈데나 데라 용체 장스면도 간다 인디가 되고 제라 저바 친구가 요티나 좀마소
It puts a very big smile on my face to see your faces. But I wish that I could give you a hug. I think that over these years, we have developed a very strong relationship. And I hope that we find ways to continue this relationship for many, many years. I wanted to just start off by thanking Geshe Lakdola for his leadership for so many years in making this program a reality. The partnership between the library and the Sega Foundation is now more than 20 years old. What matters when you're trying to make a real difference is not that you do something, for a short time, but that you make a commitment for a very long time. That's why things can be, an important program. We are planting the seeds with this program for something that will impact the Tibetan Buddhist community for decades, maybe even centuries. And I would just say that it's been an honor and a privilege for me and for my family to be involved with this great program. Yes. 21 years ago, I met His Holiness in Los Angeles, and he asked me at that time if I would help to build this program.
그래서 다른 집에 그 논이 슈퍼지 그거라 아니 막 군대 뭐 당분 계열에서 로스앤젤레스에 아리 군대들 계열 지리잠발라 아니 군대 그나랑 레시 dinle 제가 레시 dinle 아니 그런 게다 두스테 로고체 투 서비스라 두스테 그나랑 컨디션에.
And I said to him, but Your Holiness, I'm not a scientist and I'm not an academic. But he said, no, but I want you to do this.
제가 지리잠발 얘기 군대라 제가 나인데나 제레바야 말에 나는 신경 기능이 말에서가 비카고 치서레스 지리잠발라 근데 말에 스트라디 아니
And if His Holiness asks you to do something, then you do it. So I could not have 21 years ago thought that we would do so much and that we would overcome so many obstacles, and that 21 years later that we would be sitting in a long distance learning center.
논이 스타직 제라 안에가지고 되게 아니 따가지고 장축이 차도 두스가 소트시 굉장히 강보직 나오고 계제 안에 내가 제 두그레 삼야던데 안에가지고 있는 소리가 말했어요.
And then before I continue, I would like to acknowledge two things. First, I want to acknowledge Karma's role in the developing of this program, and now his very important leadership role in carrying this program forward. Now, after all this time, we have a program for Tibetans that is run by Tibetans, and that's a very important progress in the program's sustainability. And the second thing I want to acknowledge is all of you who are sitting in the room who decided that they were going to take on this extra work because you're curious, but mostly because it's the wishes of His Holiness. But to fulfill the wishes of His Holiness, it's not enough to only study science. It's necessary to use that knowledge to help to make the world a little bit better place.
Teri lobjong chewe ke phone ani lobjong di peju chin zambuling gi nanglo la tigeta sangjo gi kurwa ta tang tube chedula ani la chi ki yor peju chi ki yor.
So I hope that as you move forward now in your lives, that you know that that I am always here to support you in anything that you want to do that that uses your knowledge of science to help others.
Da mombala an kiran zu gi ki susu jangsha bi seri gi cheja du peju cheje mi shimbala tendo yobi lega khari chimbe yobi men chashi khande yobi men ya ani leji dinju tola ta ngarang ni khang tu ani de che da ani roram che ani ta kalota de ki yes ki ani no.
There are many ways to use this knowledge to help others, and I think that this great exhibition that you've worked so hard on is an example that you can share your knowledge with people in the community, with school children, and with others. And that's an example of using your science knowledge to help others.
Da kiran zu tanda jangsha bi ani seri gi cheja peju cheje shenla tendo chega do du bala ko tendo chidang di mangbu shu yu di yores pecha sha bi mena tanda kiran zu gi ta kale mangbu ge che temje de su yore temje de su ta ko su tu yore da da temje di ge lam ne ani chizok na lo la ani ti ka labda yin de ne di mai de ta kale si ne chizok na yu de ki mang la ani sere da je bi sheja kombe pa ya che de la ko la ga su de tu yore na di ta ko temje ru ti cha di yore kiran zu pa sen kan to pe.
I know that when I have attended other exhibitions and I've seen the faces of the school children that are interacting or the faces of the people that live in the community, start to understand that you have this knowledge of science, I think it gives them a much broader idea of who you are and of what you have to offer.
그래서 다 이마 임베나 가지고 텔레그 서비스 받는 게 예로스 제가 등록 값이 임베나 나 두스티도 자리하게 소급 중요레스 그래서 다 딘데 그 서비스 점점 값 짜르체 아니 두스티도 담바 크란주기 다 점점 주네 아니 지 로베게 로두 든다 스마 로베게 담발라 로두 든즈게 봉발레 때체 아니 다 먼저 가르하고 요레스 라빈데나 수수 장샤비기 아니 사이체 시기는 로케스나 디 페주체체 아니 밀레 페이 가지고 스포트리가 텐트 포함 컨디스티가 can talk with them any that project number you the condition you what you any see talk together ngarang kona the chadi yores.
Sometimes people in the West or even people in the lay community think of monks and nuns as just sitting there all the time, meditating or praying or chanting, and they don't understand the depth of who you are as human beings and who you are as scholars.
아니 딱 수수 계속 나오는 랭겐 카리메 되죠 아니 무슨 차디 스페셜 계단 인베나 또 노조리 디마인데 딱 미제 그 또나 남주 계단 그 고요 사무당도 카리어스 라딘데나 자와 시주 담발라 곰 신데다 교르데 딩이도 딱 타방 리조레스 인데나 딱 키라스 20 톤 말로티 치야 되는데 치주 담발라 zambuling 딩제 강라 아니 자와시에 수에메 다 대외 기소 같이 위에 자와시에 for now that you intend that to carry your message dima turn to the traffic never you the neighbor to the peer ma any station chat turn to the any ya want to be arrest.
So besides the actual science knowledge that you've attained, the idea that you know some science gives people a much more well-rounded idea of what it means to be a Tibetan monk or nun.
그래서 딜라 ditambala kiranzu 그 세릭 장와디게 아니 세릭이 내주 셴바자 마임바 아니 미 셴바드주 소테 ditambala 아니 kiranzu 그 세릭 신규 요르다 시야 디하 고유 ditambala 아니 미킬로 그 미게 아니 그베기 낭바시나 그베기 낭베기 긴든바 ditambala 간데시 힘바 디하 고야라야 아니 펜도 친구 요레.
So my hope is that when you are back at your respective monasteries, and that you engage with the science centers, and that you are doing projects with the science centers, and that you are helping to lead at the science centers.
kiranzu susu da dusma susu dombala ma lodu lodu tambala kumbek nalo ta jiga tele de jen yore tunjuk nalo la lokwa che da jigen che da kantu da medik lega che da zo ani kiranzu de chebeke rewa chi yes.
We don't want to just, have studied science and then have it be, something kind of interesting in our past. We want it to be something that we use throughout our future. And it's also important to understand that this is not a one-way conversation, that it's very important to think about this program as a two-way conversation between the monastics and the scientists. The scientists learn a lot from you.
manju ke tanda leshi di ani ko kajo jigran jikki ani leshi chadu yo mare sele tambala ani kiran su jibu jik ta lojong da leshi ne dile chadu yo mare kajo nindeng ki ani leshi chadu yo re kiran su kajo jik ani serik jang de ne sa wa shin ba nang shi serik ba kiran su inde na ya kiran su tane ani ne ji mangu ji ani shin di yo re.
Just like you become maybe better monks because you know science, the scientists become better scientists because they know the monks. So I want to thank you all for the kind of commitment that you've made to this program. And on behalf of the scientists, I want to thank you for everything that you've done for them. I know that I've heard many times the scientists that have come from the States say that they've never had students that were as committed and as curious and as serious about their study as you are, or at least as most of you are. So just to take a little break from this discussion about the program, Karma asked me at the very beginning about the war in Ukraine. So I've unfortunately had to get very involved in trying to help, and there's tremendous suffering that is going on right now. There are many things that need to be done, and those include, moving people to safe areas, which means across the border. It means providing temporary housing. It means supplying medicine and other essentials. Unfortunately, I don't see this very sad situation ending soon. And I would ask you all to say a special prayer for the people in Ukraine, and especially the children. So I'm spending my time trying to help. It's very difficult. There is all kinds of problems with, transportation and security, and this is a war. It's a war. So, all we can do, I think, is pray that it comes to as quick a conclusion as possible, and that the people in Ukraine, find the strength to move forward and to somehow repair their lives. To me, maybe the most incredible thing is the idea that there's one man, this guy Putin, who, we talk about all the time, trying to tame disruptive emotions like greed and anger and jealousy and fear, these things. And this is a man who is filled with those disruptive emotions, and we see how many innocent people are affected.
그래서 dineki 아니 미지 다 그 상마 아니 미직 그게인데 스푸딩 세 미직라 아 남주 남주께 tek 가디는 같이 비교했으라기나 아니 그 통도다 나제다 시랑 근데 아니 아 노몽기 로 망고 치디요 제가 다 dineki 아니 미 푸딩 세디 아니 dineki 그 비줄라 다 dineki 아니 노몽기 아다로 dineki 심제 땀이 많고 쉬우지라 아니 땅에다 아니 따뜻한 양 보야지 아니 용도 요레스.
I think it's a very powerful example of why in the Buddhist practice and study that this control over disruptive emotions is such an important outcome. And it's a very clear example of why it's so important to find to ways to address these disruptive emotions.
그러다 먼저 낭비기 놈이 나올라 니몽 글로도 가질 수 있게 아니 그다 시킨도 요와 디 내와서야 시기네리 디 당진치야 디 대침부 가질 수 있는 남주 시에야 된죠 다 가르치는 시에디 요와 니몽 글로도 아니 당진치야 디 가지는 대침부 임바시야 디 단대내단 디 아니 때 야고 시스템 요레스 대단냠도 아니 단대내단 디 같은 거 요레스라기나 아니 요모시야 디기 아니 가르치기도 그러다 디 아니 티가 디슈 첨부 여기인데나 땅에 가르치기 요모시야 디 단대내단 디 세우 시스템 요레스.
I think it's a very great example of how much you all have to offer to the world, to a world that is increasingly dangerous and increasingly difficult, and sharing with others this idea of a practice that controls these disruptive emotions makes a very big contribution to the world.
아니 계신분 다 디파 아니 기타 미션을 로비치 보야 아니 랭게다 그 가질 수 있게 계신분이 버디 아니 내가 디토니 아니야 세우시 하고 요레스.
I think maybe that's all that I need to say for right now. I don't Kama sent me the images from the exhibition, which I think are really wonderful. I know how much hard work went into thinking about what to say and how to say it.
아니 당가든지 빠르게 주기 그쪽은 가면서 포스트 제가 그때 있었잖아. 굉장히 나로 전환되게 아니 갈래 같이 시켜야네. 저는 지금 특별히 간대 시켜오래. 간대 시켜온 거를 그때 뒤도 돌아. 아니 너무 가야다 이제 그게 같이 상황이 되죠. 아니 이 하고 위에
I wish I was there with all of you to see you sharing this knowledge with the people that will come to the exhibit.
아니 나랑 대화치 되나 아니 그런 게 간다. 되게 기사지. 아니 진짜다. 안티 밀마 계속 되게 간다. 그때 되게 좀 그거라. 나랑 있는 년 추진도 위해서 나랑 대화치 되나.
I hope that we find lots of other places to bring this exhibit, and that you all will be a part of this exhibit, and that I will next time for sure see you and participate with you. So I feel sad that I'm not there, and I feel very happy that you are there, and feel very proud that of all the hard work that you've done. So I don't want to think about this time as the end of our friendship and the end of our science study. I want to think of it very much as the beginning. It's been my great honor to meet you and to be a part of this, and I'm very grateful for the way that you have approached this study, and look forward to seeing how you use this knowledge to make the world a better place. So I would just finish by saying, I miss you, and I thank you. And I look forward to the time when I see you again and when I can give you a big hug.